Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Melissa. Today's video is going to be a review on the new foundation from Colourpop. So this is the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Hydrating Foundation. Now, personally, I do own the tinted moisturizer. It is my favorite. Honestly, it's just, it has enough coverage for me. Again, I'm not a full coverage person. I like light to medium, but yes, this is one of my favorite tinted moisturizers. Compared to the Laura Mercier one, I honestly prefer this one. This one's more hydrating, has more coverage than the Laura Mercier one, and I personally just love this one. So when I found out that they came out with the Pretty Fresh foundation, I was intrigued. I kind of want to try it out because, again, I do love the tinted moisturizer and I do love the Pretty Fresh concealers. You guys know that these are holy grail for me. Honestly, I don't think any other drugstore concealer can top these for my personal taste. So I did want to try the foundation when I heard it came out. So for this video, we'll be testing out the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Hydrating Foundation. We will also be using the primer and the setting spray, the concealer, because I have all from the Pretty Fresh line. So I thought, why not put them all to use since, I mean, it's a collection, right? So if you guys want to see how the foundation applies, how it looks, and my opinions, my thoughts, then just keep on watching. Okay, so we are zoomed in now. I am going to moisturize. I did wash my face, used my Soap and Glory cleansing facial cleanse. So I am going to go with the Summer Fridays Jet Lag Mask. You guys know I love this mask for moisturizer. Personally, it's just my fave. Okay, so now we're going to go in with the primer. So this is the Pretty Fresh primer. So I personally have been using this. I do not care for it. I don't find it hydrating for myself personally. I have better ones that do a better job. So I mean, I'm using it for this video, but I was actually going to declutter this because I don't use it enough, and when I do use it, I just don't feel like it's doing anything for my skin. So there's that little mini review for you guys. Okay, so for foundation, I got the shade Medium ADW, and I feel like this might be a really good match. We'll see. So I'm going to, oh, big pump. I'm going to use my Wet n Wild sponge, and I'm just going to apply it to my face. So I did pick up this foundation from Ulta because Ulta started carrying it, and I personally prefer buying from Ulta because I get it honestly within 2 to 3 days within ordering. So I mean, I'd rather wait 2 to 3 days than buying it through Colourpop, which could be, what is it, 5 to 7 business days. So I'm like, no, I'm going to Ulta and I will buy it online. Okay, so that is one full pump on this side of my face, my right, your left. So I mean, it still looks luminous and dewy, which is a good thing. So far, it's looking good. I did use one full pump for this side. I mean, I just wanted to build more coverage around my cheeks. I usually don't, but for the sake of today, I decided to build it up. So now I'm gonna finish the rest of my face. So this is what the foundation looks like all over my face. So far, not bad. Color match, I think a little bit, just a tiny shade off, but I mean, not completely bad. So, I mean, so let's move on to concealer and we'll see how this all goes together and, you know. So for concealers, of course, a Pretty Fresh concealers, I have the shade Light 50W and Medium 90W. I'm going to use the light one. I do like to put some around here. So there's the concealer, still looks really nice. So I am going to go ahead and finish my face off camera and I will be right back. Okay, so I'm back basically done with my whole face. Now to finish this off, we are going to apply the Pretty Fresh hyaluronic acid setting mist. So this one is also an item compared to the primer that I really did not care for. One, the scent for me is too strong of coconut and it's just too overwhelming for myself. And I don't find it doing anything like hydrating or anything like that, making my makeup last longer. So personally, I was also going to declare this one because it just isn't one of my favorites. I have other ones that are so much better that are also so affordable. So this one to me isn't a necessity, to be honest. Okay, so this is the finished foundation and everything. So everything did apply nicely on top. My bronzer, my highlight, my blush, everything looks really good. My only thing is that I don't feel this is hydrating enough for me. So I really like dewy, luminous looking skin. I honestly, my Flower Beauty one, Light Illusion foundation is much better. My Healthy foundation from Physicians Formula is way better. And those are drugstore. This is just not gonna be my go-to foundation. So if I want something that's hydrating and stuff like that, and that is drugstore, I'd rather use those, the Flower Beauty one or the Physicians Formula. Personally, even my Wet n Wild one, even my Wet n Wild Dewy foundation is amazing. So I myself, again, I have extremely dry skin. Okay, so if you don't have extremely dry skin, I think this will be okay. And but if you're more towards me or super dry, this is just, yes, it's more coverage than a tinted moisturizer. It is, I would guess, medium to full buildable coverage, but I don't feel like I want to compromise full coverage or dewy foundation. You know what I'm saying? Because my Flower Beauty and my other foundations that I've mentioned are also buildable to full coverage, but also give me a dewy effect. So I mean, this would just be a full coverage foundation, if anything, for me. It's not going to be a hydrating foundation for myself. So those are my thoughts on this foundation. Now let me quickly tell you about the Pretty Fresh range, because there are things that I do love. Again, the concealers, if you haven't tried them, I suggest you try them. They are really good. I personally love them. These are hydrating. I personally don't have to set them. I did today with some, you know, some brightening powder, but I usually don't set these, and I like the way that it looks because they're still luminous underneath my eyes, because I don't like my eyes to look dry or crepey or cakey or, you know, any of that. I mean, I am going to have some fine lines, you know, settling on some fine lines, but I'm okay with that. I'll just take my finger and I'm easily able to remove those. The primer is a no-go for me. I personally don't like it. As you can see, I have been trying it. I have been testing it. It is just not a primer for me. I prefer my Smashbox primerizer, my drugstore one, the Wet n Wild Luminous one, the white bottle. This is just not a primer for me. It's just not. The setting spray, again, my Luminous from Morphe, much better. The new one from, I think it is Maybelline, the glass skin one. Oh my gosh, that one will make you look dewy. Trust me, like, no matter what. So maybe later on I'll spray some of that one just to make this a little bit more luminous and dewy. But yeah, this one is not okay for me. The scent is just too strong of coconuts. I don't like that. My e.l.f. one, actually, it is a dewy one, and that one does smell like coconuts, but not as strong as this one. I prefer that one, and that one does give me a dewy effect. So try that one instead if you're not a fan of the coconuts like I am. I know there are a lot of people that love the coconut smell, just not me. Lastly, you guys know that this one is my favorite, the Tinted Moisturizer. It is a favorite, like I said. I compare this one to the high-end one of Laura Mercier. Prefer this one so much more over it because this one has more coverage. And if you are looking for a tinted moisturizer that just has a little bit more coverage, just enough, this is it. And I've worn it out on a sunny day, and it lasted me the whole day. I hadn't had to retouch or anything like that, and it still looked luminous. It was still on. It was beautiful. So I prefer this one over the foundation. That's just personal preference. Again, I know some people like a more full coverage, so that's probably why this one would be more of your style. For me, it's just the Pretty Fresh Tinted Moisturizer. So that is it for this video. I hoped that this helped you guys on what foundation or tinted moisturizer you should get from the Colourpop Pretty Fresh line. I hope this helped you guys on making your decision or whatever it is. So yeah, please like this video. Please give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Follow my social medias because hello, I do a lot of posting, especially on Instagram. That's honestly where you'll always find me. So yes, follow me there, my Twitter also. And I will see you guys in the next video.